Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you the correct way to work out equations using substitution. Okay, so substitution means that when a variable within a formula is replaced by a number. Okay, so a lot of time we are given formulas such like this one here, x equals 3t minus 6, all right, or we have a couple variables, all right. If we're just given a formula like this, we cannot work out the value for x if we don't have the values for everything over this side of the equation. Okay, if we have any variables over here, then we can simplify. In this situation, it is the simplest it can be, but we cannot actually work it out if we don't have all the values. So sometimes we are given a formula like this and asked to work out the value of x given if when you are given different values for the variable of t. Okay, so if x equals 3t minus 6, substitute the values of t to find the value for x. So for part A, if t equals 5. All right, so the way that you work that out is first thing I do is I write in my formula. Okay, so x equals 3t minus 6. There's my formula. All right, the first thing that I do is I always split up my terms here. All right, so I know that there's a little x in between 3 times t there. All right, so I'm going to write that out as 3 times t minus 6. And the reason why I do that is because I don't want to confuse myself. All right, that way I can easily plug in the value for t and know exactly what I need to do. All right, that way it stops us from accidentally plussing or doing anything else that we don't need to do. I need to remember that there's actually a times between that. All right, so I'm going to expand it first before I put my values in. All right, now all I need to do is add in my value for t. All right, in this situation here, the value for t is 5. So it'll be 3 times 5 minus 6. Now all I have to do is work this out by using the laws of BidMass. So we times these two numbers first before we minus. All right, so 3 times 5 equals 15. 15 minus 6. So that would equal 15 minus 6 equals 9. All right, so if we are given part B, let's say it's a different situation. So t in this situation can equal 12. All right, completely different number. First thing I do is I still put in my formula. Okay, so if x equals 3t minus 6, substitute the value for t to find the value for x. All right, in this situation, the value for t is 12. So write it in, x equals 3t minus 6. All right, remember the next thing that I do always is expand these out to add in all my hidden x's so I don't confuse myself. So x equals 3 times t minus 6. Now I can add in my value for t, which is 12. So 3 times 12 minus 6. I can use BidMass there. So 3 times 12 equals 36, and 36 minus 6, x will equal 30. All right, so all I have done in both these situations here is I've been given our formula, and all I've done is taken the values for t that the question's given me, plugged it into this so I have all the values on this side, so I can then work out the value for x. All right, we'll do one more example, guys. So example 2. So find the value for m. So we'll do m equals 3 outside of 2x plus 3. All right. So find the value for m given if the value for x equals 4. All right, it's the same thing. All right, given our formula, if x equals 4, all All right, I can just substitute that x in for the value for 4. I'll have all of these values on this side, so I can work out the value for m. All right, so the first thing that I do in all these situations, guys, remember, is I expand out my hidden multiplication symbols here so I don't confuse myself. So that is 3 times brackets 2 times x plus 3 end brackets. All right, so all I've done is I've added in my hidden multiplication symbol there, which I know there is, and between these two guys here, which I know there is. All right, now what I need to do is add in the value 4 where x is. All right, so m will equal to 3 times brackets 2 times 4 plus 3. Now I can use BIDMAS to quickly work this out. So m equals 3 times, always do what's in the brackets first, guys, and what's in the brackets first, we still do our multiplication before our addition. So 2 times 4 equals 8. So that's 8 plus 3. All right, now I can still do what's in these brackets here. So m will equal 3 times 8 plus 3 equals 11. M will equal 3 times 11. So then m will equal 33. There you go.